today's world, the role of the CIO, CTO, and IT Director is more important than ever. The applications organizations use and network it rides on is the lifeblood of the entire business. So if something happens to those components, you're going to see every segment of the business get affected negatively. On top of that, it's more important than ever for the CIO, CTO, and IT Directors to make sure they're riding the wave of change. Today, things go faster and faster and faster. So in order to keep that competitive edge, organizations need to make sure they're ahead of their competition. And as part of doing that, they need to create a business strategy and plan around being more competitive and being agile and flexible to the market trends and changes. And they do this more often than not through IT. The demands of CIOs and CTOs are facing today are the demands of their users within their organization. They have to adhere to and complement and be able to provide an infrastructure that's going to allow their users to use any device from anywhere at any time from any place. Research has been done, and users, in fact, will actually take a pay cut. Will choose when choosing where they're going to work. They'll take a pay cut before having to work in an organization where they're forced to use a specific device and specific applications. In fact, organizations have learned it's better to actually be open to this kind of change versus closing themselves off to it. Because by enabling their users to use any device that they want to use, the applications that make them the most productive, that in turn helps the company to become more productive overall. Of course, this all places new demands on the data center. In order to support any device, because there's no standard device, you can't create standard applications. So all the processing applications have to be centrally stored and hosted by the data center. What best-in-class companies are doing is actually they're giving their employees stipends so that they can go purchase their own device and opening the architecture so that they can actually download whatever applications they want that make them the most productive. So this increases productivity overall. Now some may say, well, what does this do? Is this making my organization more vulnerable? What type of level of risk am I taking here? But what these best-in-class companies are doing is they're investing in new security technologies that allow them to maintain control over these devices, those applications, while allowing their users and being transparent to the user and letting them work freely, which really is limiting risks.